Sure, let's take a whirlwind tour through the latest buzzword in tech town, the metaverse. Hold on to your virtual hats, because it looks like our buddy Zuckerberg has decided that Meta, is about to take us on a wild ride through the next chapter of the internet, and it's not your grandma's dial-up, that's for sure. So what's the big deal with the metaverse? Imagine, if you will, a digital universe where your most outrageous dreams come true, and no, I'm not talking about finding a YouTube ad that actually interests you. We're talking a universe where you can shop, hang out, or even meditate to the dulcet tones of ASMR without ever leaving your couch. Picture this, you want to hang with friends, snap. You're in a digital coffee shop. Got an itch for adventure? Snap. You're sword fighting on Mars. Meta's vision is like virtual reality on steroids, mixed with a sprinkle of social media and a dash of existential crisis. It's a world where you can be taller, have that unicorn horn you always wanted, or simply exist as a sentient piece of toast, because why not? Now, let's chat about the perks, shall we? 1 minute you're a keyboard warrior, the next you're a literal warrior, battling dragons or negotiating peace treaties with aliens. And your avatar? Oh, it's not just a little pic next to your username. It's a full-blown, three-dimensional, customizable digital you. But, like, the cool you. The you that has an 8-pack and can pull off a cape. But wait, there's more. Hate traffic? Despise long commutes? The metaverse scoffs at such primitive inconveniences. With a click of a button, you can teleport to digital Paris, have a croissant, and be back in time for your next Zoom call. And learning? Forget about dusty encyclopedias. In the metaverse, you want to learn about dinosaurs? Boom, you're in the Cretaceous period, running from a T-Rex. Want to relive the Renaissance? Bam, you're painting with Da Vinci, and let's be honest, outshining him. Now, let's take a detour into the darker alleyways of the metaverse. As cool as this all sounds, we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the data-collecting cyber elephant. Meta's got a bit of a rep for being fast and loose with the old personal info. In the metaverse, they're not just tracking your likes, they might be peeking into your brainwaves, which is kind of like reading someone's diary, but the diary is your mind, and the someone is a giant tech company. And then there's the issue of reality. What's real anymore when you can live your best life with a headset? Why bother with the pesky limitations of the physical world when you can fly, time travel, or have perfect hair forever? Suddenly, taking off that headset and facing the real, decidedly non-metaverse world might just feel like the ultimate downer. As for jobs, well, the metaverse could be the ultimate work-from-home setup. Why commute when you can conjure up an office in the clouds? But what happens when the buildings you're designing don't need to stand up in the real world? And how many virtual gardeners does one need in a world where the trees never die? And here's the kicker, the metaverse is creeping up on us like a ninja in a library. It's not a switch that'll be flipped overnight. It's a slow march through our digital lives, one Fortnite dance at a time. Before you know it, paying in V-Bucks could be as normal as tapping your credit card at Starbucks. To wrap this virtual burrito up, the metaverse is an inevitability, a digital tsunami that we're either going to surf or wipe out on. It could be a utopia, or it could be the Matrix without the cool sunglasses. One thing's for sure, though, we better start thinking about how we're going to keep our heads on our shoulders and not just on our avatars. And because I can't let you leave without a parting gift, remember, in the frenzy of handing out your data like free candy, you might want to keep track of who's got their hands in your digital cookie jar. That's where services like Amina come in, think of it as a personal data bouncer, keeping the creeps away from your digital doorstep. So, are you ready to dive into the metaverse? Don't forget your virtual swimming trunks. And maybe a life jacket. It's a whole new world out there, Aladdin. Oh, you want more of the metaverse madness? Strap in. So here we are, poised on the edge of our virtual seats, waiting for Zuck and company to usher us into the promised land, or is it a promised brand? The metaverse is set to be the digital Disneyland where every day is a parade, and you're the Grand Marshal. But instead of waving from a float, you're shooting fireballs from your fingertips or backflipping over digital skyscrapers because in the metaverse, physics is just a suggestion. We've got to give props to Meta for dreaming big. They're not just creating a game, they're crafting a cosmos. A cosmos where you can swap your business suit for a spacesuit and your minivan for a moon rover. Want to attend a board meeting as a dragon? Sure thing. Need to deliver a presentation from the peak of Everest? Just watch out for the virtual frostbite. And let's talk about socializing in the metaverse. No need for small talk about the weather when you can summon a thunderstorm with a snap or bask in eternal sunshine if rain isn't your thing. And your friends? They're no longer mere profile pictures, they're warrior companions, space pirates, or that one friend who insists on being a talking slice of pizza. But let's get real, or as real as we can in a conversation about virtual worlds. The metaverse is going to be as sticky as an online shopping spree during a lockdown. It's designed to be more addictive than that last slice of pizza nobody wants to claim. The line between what's virtual and what's reality could get blurrier than your vision after a VR marathon. And sure, you can be anything you want in the metaverse, but what if you want to be outside? Remember outside? With trees, and birds, and that big yellow thing in the sky? Yeah, the sun. Will we become cave dwellers, huddled around the warm glow of our VR headsets, telling tales of the long-lost outdoors? Now, imagine a world where you never have to worry about bad hair days because your virtual self has follicles that defy gravity and logic. A world where you can jump from planet to planet, but the biggest hurdle is deciding what cosmic outfit your avatar should wear. It's fashion, but with infinite possibilities and zero laundry. And jobs? In the metaverse, you could be a galactic trader by day and a mystical guru by night. Who needs a resume when you have a reputation score in the metaverse? And if you thought LinkedIn endorsements were a big deal, wait until you see the endorsement battles in the virtual job market. But hold on, remember the importance of face-to-face interaction? In the metaverse, face-to-face could mean anything from your actual face to the face of your alter ego, Sir Wolf-Salot the Brave, a knight with the head of a corgi. And while we're all for pet representation and medieval reenactments, let's not forget the value of a good old-fashioned handshake, or do we just high-five with emoji hands now? In this brave new world, you could theoretically live out your wildest fantasies. But here's a thought, what if your fantasy is just having a quiet night in, reading a book? Does the metaverse have a quiet corner for the introverts, or is it all intergalactic raves and virtual skydiving? The metaverse might make our current internet look like a game of Pong, quaint, a bit pixelated, and charmingly simple. And as we plunge headfirst into this digital wonderland, let's not forget the power of unplugging, of taking a deep breath of non-digitized air, and of touching actual grass. So, as we stand on the precipice of this virtual volcano, ready to dive into the pixelated lava, let's remember to keep one foot in the real world. After all, no matter how shiny the metaverse gets, it'll never have the charm of a puppy's snuggle or the smell of a rain-soaked earth. And hey, if all else fails, we can always use the metaverse to simulate what it was like to live in the good old days, you know, back when the most exciting thing to do online was to customize your MySpace page and play Flash games. Nostalgia, now that's something even the metaverse can't virtualize. Or can it? Stay tuned, digital pioneers. Stay tuned.